Hey there, bar is open, and today I want to find out between the Yamazaki and the Nikka by the barrel, which is my favorite. Hi, SG Alcohol Guy here, give you honest reviews on the alcohols that I am tasting. And as mentioned, today I'm going to compare two of my absolute favorite whiskies, the Yamazaki Single Malt and the Nikka from the barrel. And they're both from competing distilleries. This is from the Suntory group and this is from the Nikka group. But I just enjoy both of them so much. And of course, it's going to be a fair comparison. I will be having them neat. I'll be adding in a splash of water to see if it opens up the flavor. And finally, on the rocks. But let's talk about the price. Beginning with the Nikka from the barrel. Now this retails at roughly around 70 Singapore dollars per bottle. For that, you will get a very cute and adorable 500 ml bottle with 51.4% alcohol content. And over here, this costs around 200 Singapore dollars per bottle. For that, you will get a 700 ml bottle with 43% alcohol content. I've done reviews for both of them, but I don't believe I've compared them side by side. So here goes. And since we're doing this side by side, I'll begin with the Yamazaki because this is 51.4% alcohol content versus 43%, so I don't want this to overpower any flavors. So we'll always start with the low alcohol content first. And because it's still a work day, on the day of filming, let's measure it carefully. So only 20 ml for the review. Notice how careful I am pouring this into the glass. Let's cover my precious whiskey. And just to compare the color, as you can see already, this is so much more orange, but just to compare the color, let's also pour out 20 ml of the Nikka. I like this so much, I actually once bought 10 bottles of it. This is the last one. And color-wise, now that they're out of the bottle, they look very similar. It's just that, you know, the Nikka looks slightly more orange compared to the Yamazaki. But what I like to do is like to swirl the whiskies in the glass as well, just to see how long it takes to settle back down from the sides. And the Nikka hasn't started. In fact, the Yamazaki just started after about 5 to 7 seconds. Oh, both came down at almost the same time. It's just that this started coming down earlier, whereas the Nikka took a little bit of time before speeding down. So again, I'm expecting a bit of the same length of finish for both of these whiskies. But let's find out. And scent-wise, for $200, it doesn't smell good. It has that typical nail polish remover, that varnish smell. Hint of sweetness in it, but that alcohol smell is overpowering. Nikka also has that strong alcohol smell. In fact, it's a little bit stronger, and I can't smell anything else. So it feels like scent-wise, both are just not meant to be nosed at all. And before I do a taste test, it's actually more comfortable for you if you first exhale, take a sip and swallow, and then inhale and exhale through your nose. So this reduces the burn, makes it a lot more easy to taste the whiskey rather than get yourself coughing and choking all over the place. Taste test one. A little bit light, don't have the pungent alcohol smell. It's a bit of earthy notes, or rather wooden notes, right at the back here, and the burn is starting to come down, and in fact the burn comes all the way down here. Still a very pleasant whiskey to drink neat. But I do like my Nikka, so taste test 1 of the Nikka from the barrel. Immediately, there's a lot more richness from this whiskey. It's a lot more, I would say this was light-bodied and this is more medium-bodied whiskey. The notes has some, well, this is sweet, but this has a little bit of caramel in it. So it's not just a sweetness, there's a flavor to the sweetness. Having both neat, I'm veering towards the Nikka because there's more nuance to the flavor. Let's see how they go with some water. Again, there's very little left and you're not supposed to add equal amounts. It's just a little splash, to check whether the whiskey opens up. Quick swirl, and taste test 2, the Yamazaki single malt. Adding water, remove the burn. The sweetness is a little bit elevated. It's a bit more candy floss kind of sweetness, but not to that extent. It's that kind of taste. The wooden notes that I had earlier disappeared, so the sweetness just got elevated and the burn disappeared. Also very enjoyable with some water. It's just that if you like the burn, go for it neat. Nikka with a splash of water. Likewise, the burn is gone, but the sweetness is reduced and there's a harshness on my tongue right now. In fact, the harshness travels all the way down here and it's like scratching my throat a little bit. Personally, have this neat, but if you want to add some water, Yamazaki wins. So now it's going to be the tiebreaker on the rocks. Ice has started to melt, so palate cleansing time. Might as well. Again, starting with the Yamazaki. Oh, my throat's so much better after the Nikka with water. So starting with the Yamazaki again, gently, just 20 ml. Into this. I pour it onto the ice so to get it chilled as soon as I can. Let's cut this up. And the Nikka. Pour it carefully. This is my last bottle. Pour it carefully onto the ice. No whiskey is wasted. Now, I won't move this much. I'm just going to swirl this around a little bit. No whiskey is wasted. So I'm going to swirl the Yamazaki a little bit and immediately go to taste test 3. It becomes a very light whiskey. It's very refined taste now. It's very gentle on your palate, very gentle going down, but it loses that flavor. The smoothness is enhanced, but the flavor is greatly reduced. I think, honestly, as good as this is, have this with a splash of water, you'll probably enjoy it a lot more. Let's see how the Nikka fares on the rocks. The Nikka is always very strong flavored, right to the point of being chilled. The flavor is still strong. You know, that medium body texture that I have, that's wholly consistent. The sweetness is also lightly reduced with some ice, which to me also tells me that it's probably better not to have it on the rocks. Bear in mind, I'm in very warm weather today. My fan is blowing full blast, and I'm not enjoying either of these two chilled whiskies. So personally, I wouldn't recommend either of this chilled. Just enjoy the Nikka from the barrel neat and the Yamazaki with some water. Yeah, thanks for watching up to this point. I just want to state that all these reviews are based on my personal taste, preferences, and opinions. They're not to be used as an industry standard. I do, however, want to find out what you think about either of this, and of these two, which one is your favorite? Drop me some comments. Let's compare some notes. If you're still here, do help me click on the like button, the subscribe button, and the notification bell, because I do try to upload at least one new video every week. Plus, if you know of anyone interested in watching such reviews, do help me send a link to the video as well. And as always, my friends, happy drinking! Mm.